Hi there guys, welcome to your post Bahrain Day 1 testing overview.
Today we're going to give you the update and a recap of testing in Bahrain from day 1. And we'll give you team by team and how each team performed on the day.
Exactly, it was an interesting day today.
It was a very interesting session. There's no footage, no one watched it, but we can just know from what happened, this was an amazing testing session.
It was good.
What a day. Let's start off with Mercedes.
Mercedes, yeah. Today they did quite well. They put in quite a few laps. Yeah. 74 laps by Lewis Hamilton.
And again, Mercedes, just like in Jerez, very, very reliable.
Yeah.
No problems at all. Hamilton got the third fastest time of the day.
Third fastest time, yes. And
just dominant.
They were just dominant, as they were in Jerez actually.
Exactly,
so it was quite a good day for Mercedes.
They'll be looking to keep it up because they have no problems at all. At the rate they're going, it's perfect.
Yeah, nothing really significant to talk about, to be honest, but
no.
It was a good day for them overall.
Very good day. The same goes for McLaren.
Exactly. Kevin Magnussen was the driver for today.
Yep.
They clocked the fourth fastest lap. They put in actually quite a few laps, 81 laps.
81 in total.
81 laps.
81. Yeah. And again, just like Mercedes, nothing major to complain about because they had no problems.
Yeah. So, well, it kind of shows that the Mercedes engines are doing quite well, actually.
Working like a charm.
Yeah. So now, the one we've all been waiting for.
Oh, we've been waiting 5 years to come up with something like this, guys.
Red Bull.
Red Bull. Red Bull. What is going on?
They were appalling today.
An absolute disaster.
Yeah.
An absolute disaster.
As soon as the red light, not red lights, the green lights went out for the testing to start, no sign of Red Bull, of course. They came out 3 hours later.
3 hours after testing started.
Yeah, they had their screens up in front of the garage, covering it up because I think they were facing some issues and things like that. So
I think it's clear now why they did that.
Yeah, they're facing. Actually, I honestly don't believe they've solved or resolved any issues.
No.
From Jerez.
Oh, I certainly, and I'm sure you do too, believe that Renault are bluffing.
I think
they haven't solved a thing.
They haven't. They really
because
haven't.
Today, Sebastian Vettel clocked 14 laps. To be fair, he got the 5th fastest time.
Yeah.
But he clocked 14 laps, only 3 of which were full and in succession.
Yeah.
And his car stopped on the track.
Yeah, his car stopped on track. That was quite worrying, actually.
It was.
It had quite a big, massive blister on the rear tyres, on one of the rear tyres.
The left rear tyre had a very weird blister on it.
Yeah, there was smoke coming out of the car.
Disaster.
It was disaster. Actually, Vettel, I've never seen a driver actually be so active. He took, I think when there was smoke coming out, he went and ran to the marshal, got the fire extinguisher. You know.
He got the fire extinguisher, he tried to get it out. I've never seen a driver so concerned about his own car.
So I think that's quite a clear indication that Red Bull are facing some serious cooling issues.
It is. It is. To be fair, I don't want to gloat and say, oh, it's great to see Red Bull losing and, you know, have this problem, but it's good to see a change. After 5 years or something, it's good to see a change.
I think so.
Will they resolve it? No idea. And it's not looking likely.
Yeah.
But we'll jump to a more successful team at the moment.
Yeah.
Ferrari.
Ferrari did quite well today, actually. Alonso was the driver. He did
64 laps today.
64 laps.
64, and he clocked the 2nd fastest time, was it? Eventually.
Yeah.
I think he clocked the 2nd fastest. Ferrari had a slight problem at the beginning. As soon as he came out 30 seconds after the green light, his engine gave way.
His engine gave way, yeah. Massive plume of smoke coming out from the engine. It was I think it was a fuel mixture issue.
They say it was a fuel mixture issue. We joked that they put diesel in the engine instead of petrol. Yeah. But again, good progress from Ferrari, and they'll be looking to keep it up, just like Mercedes are.
Next team, Lotus.
Lotus, the new boys.
Yeah, they debuted their car today, the E22.
Yeah. And it's now certain they have a split nose.
Yeah.
We saw it now, they have a split nose.
It's quite a weird one, I think.
It is a weird one. If you look at the split nose, one half of the split nose is slightly longer than the other. Yeah, and for that reason, I don't know. They say it's aerodynamical. Yeah. We think it has to be. It's the only reason. But how?
We don't know.
No idea. No idea.
I'm sure there'll be some technical analysis by someone soon, so we'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see and just see how the car pans out. But today it was a disastrous day for them as well.
Yeah, it was. It really was. They did 8 laps. Roman Grosjean was driving. I think it's the same thing again.
It's the same. It's a Renault powered engine.
Yeah.
And
it's facing the same issues, cooling issues, the same as Red Bull.
Yeah. It seems like Renault just don't have a clue what's going on at the moment.
Yeah, I think they just... The cooling issues are just too big to solve.
It is.
At the moment, yeah.
It is. And Lotus, obviously, with a Renault engine, they face the same problem. Now, Williams.
Yeah.
Felipe Massa.
Yeah, he was driving today, and they only managed to do 5 laps, which was quite shocking, actually.
In Jerez, they were... Well, they proved to be really successful.
Yeah, they were
on the day. And they clocked a lot of laps. They put in a very fast time, but today, nothing.
Yeah, they were facing, I think, a fuel pump issue. So they had to remove the power unit from the car, which is a really time-consuming process.
It is, to take the whole power unit out and then put it back in. And even get the car out on the track, that's something that...
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah,
that is something.
You have to credit them for.
Yeah.
They got 5 laps. Right, close to Red Bull.
Yeah, so I think that issue is going to be resolved for Williams in terms of what they did today. So you'll probably be able to see them out on track tomorrow. Yeah,
tomorrow I think will be the day that they start to really concentrate on testing. Because today it was just a day of problems for them.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's resolved.
Yeah.
Next on the list is Sauber.
Sauber.
With a Ferrari engine. Yep, Adrian Sutil.
He managed to clock 81 laps today.
Yeah.
Most of all the drivers.
Most of all the drivers with McLaren as well. Magnussen put 81 in. Yeah. So joint first with Magnussen.
Yeah.
In a Sauber. And it's proven that the Ferrari engine is just as reliable as the Mercedes one.
Exactly, yeah.
Facing no problems whatsoever.
Yeah, the Ferrari engine teams are really progressing in terms of data collection and things like that, I think.
They are. And I think it's clear, Ferrari and Mercedes, these are engines that have been in the sport for years.
Yeah.
Renault have not. It's only been the last at least 10 years that we've seen Renault in the sport. V6 is new to them.
Yeah.
And it's not new to Ferrari and it's not new to Mercedes. So they clearly know what's going on.
Yeah.
Sauber seem to know what they're doing and they're doing really well. 81 laps, collecting their data, no problems.
Yep, next team on the list, Toro Rosso.
Oh, Toro Rosso.
I think that, to be honest, today was a dismal day for them. They came out 4 hours late, an hour after Red Bull came out.
Yeah, if there was one team worse than Red Bull, it was Toro Rosso.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're the same, basically.
Yeah. It's just the A team for Red Bull and B team for Toro Rosso.
That's it.
Yeah. In terms of design, I think the cars are pretty much the same, so they're facing exactly the same issues, I would think.
Yeah, they are sister cars, so they're going to have the same concept.
Yeah.
And the first time they decide to get rid of a Ferrari engine and put a Renault in their engine,
they get problems.
This happens.
Yeah, not good for them. 5
laps in total, only 4 hours after testing started, and no time whatsoever.
Yeah.
Disaster. And it'll be the same tomorrow.
So yeah, next team on the list, Caterham,
and this is baffling.
What's a shocker?
This is a shocker because Caterham managed to clock 67 laps.
The only Renault power engine to clock the most laps.
In a Renault powered car.
That's
which
amazing.
Is mind-boggling because Renault are absolutely disastrous in terms of testing this year.
To be honest, I think what the issue is, they don't really have a complex rear internal packaging for the car, so it allows the car to be cooled down. It's quite, I don't know.
It is. They have a rear downforce package in the other cars. All the other Renault powered cars, there's a rear downforce package. Caterham does not have one.
Yeah. Which
leaves room for the cooling to come into effect, which is the problem that the others are facing. So Caterham have managed to got away with this one, even with their ugly nose.
Yeah.
But they're doing well. They're doing well.
They are.
So they're taking advantage of a Renault engine.
Finally.
Good on them. And lastly, Marussia. They might as well have stayed in bed.
They were... How many laps did they do today?
They did
3 laps?
3 laps.
3 laps, yeah.
3 laps, not one was timed, and they did nothing. So
they did 1 installation lap and 2 drive rounds, probably.
They might as well not have showed up.
Yeah.
Basically. And it'll be the same tomorrow. So with them out the way, what do we expect tomorrow?
Well, to be honest, I think the Mercedes-powered engines, they'll continue to do really well. They'll still be as reliable as they were in Jerez and today's testing. I think tomorrow what's going to happen is they're going to be pushing to knock off seconds off each of their lap times, you know, that kind of thing.
This is where it gets serious for Mercedes and all the Mercedes-powered cars, because they've collected their data, they've done what they've had to do.
Yeah.
Now is the time for them to start finding ways how to get faster, start knocking seconds off, find speed in corners.
Yeah.
And just improve overall lap times and reliability.
Yeah, I think tomorrow it'll just be the drivers really trying to understand get to race pace.
Yeah,
I think
basically that is what Mercedes powered cars will have to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
So Mercedes, McLaren, and all of those guys.
Yeah, I think the Ferrari powered engines tomorrow will be also doing almost the same thing. They'll be collecting data as well, and they're trying to be knocking off seconds off their lap times.
They'll have to. All the Ferrari powered cars at least are doing really well. So not as well in terms of clocking as much laps compared to the Mercedes and McLaren, etc.
Yeah.
But they're basically on the same level.
Yeah, Ferrari kind of know what the issues are now, so they probably resolved it, and they'll be out tomorrow trying to get some laps in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as for Renault and their powered engines,
yeah, I think it's going to be the exact same thing as today, because they won't be able to solve the issues tonight, overnight.
They can't.
It's going to take a while, so tomorrow I don't expect any differences.
Just remember, they had this problem in Jerez.
Yeah.
So for them to not even solve it from when they did testing in Jerez up until now, it's probably still going to take them until the next phase of testing next week.
Yeah, I think so. I do think so.
So tomorrow I expect the same issues and the same problems with all the Renault powered cars, especially Red Bull and Toro Rosso.
Yeah, so actually it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow.
It will be.
Yeah.
But there we are, guys. Day 1 is done, or from Bahrain, pre-season testing.
Yes.
Your review is over. Tomorrow we will bring you a review for day 2.
Yes. With all the highlights, same as we did today.
Yeah, all the updates and key points from each team we will provide for you tomorrow. So make sure to catch us then.
Yes, so please like our video, comment on it with any opinions or thoughts you might have, and subscribe.
Yep, and like our Facebook and follow our Twitter pages in the description below. And we'll see all of you tomorrow, day 2.
Yes, see you guys tomorrow.
Catch you guys then.